What's up guys, it's Liam from TCG Ireland and I'm here today with a deck profile video of my Zeal Ride Chain deck. And as you can see, it starts off with Lava-based Zeal, and his skill is that whenever I have destruction, Zeal rides on top of him. He can search the top 7 for grade 3 or grade 2 Zeal. So he's very handy for just a +1 if you've got the grade 2 and grade 3 in your hand already, or to get that grade 2 if you need the 11k for your Vanguard. So your grade 3 Zeal. So if his if I say ride like a different grade 1, he acts as a forerunner, but he also helps with Devour of Planets when he rides Eye of Destruction. If I've got him in my soul, my opponent loses 3000 power from their Vanguard, so that makes it very easy for the likes of my other, maybe not as strong units on the field to rush early, and that's what this deck is very much about, which is why you might see my trigger lineup now. I'm running 6 crits, consisting of Dimensional Robo Die Battles, and just move that down into the camera, and 2 Justice Cobalt. I'm running 6 because I think that's kind of enough to be running. I mean, I could run 8 and 8 crit 4 draw, but I think I really need hand power later on in the game, and I've got nothing else for draw power, so that's why I need it. And I mean a lot of people use stands as well, but I mean using Commander Laurel to rest your rear guards and stand up the Vanguard again, but I don't really I mean that's not what the way I'm going with this. I mean, I want this to be a rush deck, and critting my opponent's the best way to rush, in my opinion. So then after that, I've got 6 draw consisting of 3 Army Penguin and 3 Jewel Monster, or Gem Monster Jewel Mine, just mixing up the name there. And as I've explained before, it's just for more draw power than 4. So after that, then I've got 4 heal. As much as I'd like to run 8 crit, but at the same time I've got no other draw mechanics for this deck, and that's where it falters a little bit. I mean, it's not a competitive deck by any stretch of the imagination, but it's a lot of fun to use. So I'm like a stuck record saying fun, but yeah, that's what I like. So once I've got the zeros out of the way, I'll move on to the grade 1s, and my grade 1s are 4 Eye of Destruction Zeal. He's of course necessary for your starter, and that is why I run him. He gets +1k whenever Lava Beast is in the soul, so that's always very helpful, because in this meta at the minute, a lot of Vanguards are 7k, you know, I mean, so you're either the 8k beater or it's your 7k whatever you have. So then after that, or if you're unlucky, you might run a perfect guard, or you might ride a perfect guard. So, but I've got 4 Diamond Ace, and of course perfect guards being so strong, I run 4, and that's my first full playset of perfect guards. But I do have my full set of Nova Grappler perfect guards ordered, so expect to see a version 2.0 in the coming future for Razors. And now I've got 4 8k beaters of Karen Roy Daisy. She's just there to provide big, strong enough columns for my grade 3 rear guards if I ever have to use them. So, and they are helpful even behind the rear guard. But to be honest, behind the rear guard, I'd rather have Glory Maker. Now, I mean, a lot of people would maybe use I think it's Psychic Grey, the other 10k booster, but I think this one's a more consistent booster because later on you're going to have your 4 damage, and it's going to be really good for hitting 21k with Galactic Zeal if you've got the full ride chain. And after that, I've got the one tech that is Fighting Saucer. He's just the damage giver for Dimension Police, and he helps an early limit break if I want to ride Galactic Zeal very quickly over Devourer of Planets, because I can minus my opponent by 3000 power for that, and then then with the limit break it just aids to my advantage then. So then with grade 2s I run 4 Devourer of Planets Zeal, and again 4 for consistency to draw him in my first hand. And if I don't have him in my first hand, I mean, I can live without Eye of Destruction because he's not that big a deal, but well, he's kind of a big a deal if I want to minus my opponent, but at the same time he gives the Galactic Beast the plus 1000 power for the 11k Vanguard, and that's what I really need. So if I don't get him in my first hands, I may as well just say it's going to be a bad game unless I draw into him early on. So then after that I've got 4 of the 10k beater, Twin Order, Twin Blader's brother, but he's just there for good columns again. I mean, he's going to hit 18 with Daisy in the rear behind him, so that's why I use him. And he's also hard to hit if I ever have to ride him, because a lot of people's grade 2s are 9ks. So now on to the last grade 2s I have, and that's 2 Assault Monster Gun Rocks. And if you don't know his skill, he gives, whenever my opponent's Vanguard is 8000 power or less, he gets plus 3k, so that's always very nice for the pressuring aspect. And I mean, he's going to hit 19k when Karen Royd is boosting him, so that's always very nice. So after that now, I'll move on to the grade 3s, and I have 3 Galactic Beast Zeal, and his skill is Act. I can only use it once per turn, but it's Limit Break 4, Counterblast 2, choose your opponent's Vanguard, and this unit gets minus 1000 power for every Dimension Police in the rear guard circle. So if you've got 5 rear guards, it's going to be minus 5000 power, and that's going to be really handy for Booster Set 13 because of the new Break Ride, which is Original Saber 0, and that's going to be really nice because he'll get the plus 10k from the Break Ride, your opponent loses 5k from the Break Ride, and then when you use his Limit Break, then your opponent's lost 10k, and that's pretty big if you think about it, because if you've got the likes of Glory Maker in the back boosting this, that's going to be 31. Your opponent's going to be on 1 or 3 if it's a cross ride deck, and it's going to be a lot of pressure. I mean, you can just perfect guard it, but at the same time, if your opponent doesn't have the hand, it's going to be very, very nasty. So that's what Booster Set 13 is going to do for me anyway, I think, and it's going to be very helpful in the long term for this deck. So then after that I have 2 Subterranean Beast Magma Lord, and he's just Mega Blaster, but he kind of fits the theme of the taking power away from your opponent, and that's why he's in there. I mean, he also helps to soul charge my grade 2 Zeal if I ever miss the ride chain. So, I mean, it's going to be a bit difficult then by that stage, because you've got a 10k Vanguard, and I don't really like that, but there's nothing I can do about it. So then my final grade 3s are 2 Interdimensional Ninja Tsukikage, and he just gets plus 2k when he's boosted, so if Karenroid Daisy is in the background, that's going to be 20k. I mean, I'd really like it if he could, if there were some, you know, 9k boosters or whatever, just to hit the 21 magic number. So, but at the same time, your opponent's not going to need a 10k shield to guard that, and with a Galactic Beast after a break ride, it's going to be very difficult to decide on where you want to guard if you don't have the hand. So that's basically my deck, guys, and I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did like it, give us a like and subscribe, it helps us out a lot. And yeah, give us a comment, and how do you run this deck? I mean, there's going to be more ways than this. I mean, a lot of people are going to run the stand based with Miracle Beauty and all, but I kind of like to run her in my Enigma deck, which I probably should do a deck profile of that soon. But yeah, so anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye guys.